What's up, everybody? We are live here, ARCS Ignition at Darlington, and it's going to look a little different tonight because I'm racing. So, first ever ARCS Racing Networks broadcast from within the car. This could be awful or it could be great. We will see. Um, we got 75 laps tonight, I believe. Actually, I'll bring it up so y'all can see it. Oh, can't see it. Yeah, 75 laps. First and only stage will be at the end of lap 30, so coming to 31. Obviously, you will be riding along my in-car. We do not have another broadcaster tonight. We also don't have race control, so me and Smeal are going to be doing race control from in the car. So not only am I going to be racing, I'm going to be broadcasting, I'm also going to be doing race control. So it is a multi-purpose type night for the 12 car, and we're going to see how it works. Probably not going to be great, but also have voice chat on because I have to hear what everyone's saying. I have to hear what they're talking about. So this is definitely going to be different. You won't be able to really see much of the racing. I'm not going to qualify, so I'll probably start in the back. There's only 11 or 12 cars. 12 right now, but we're not sure if the 7 of Jerry LeGrand is in there. So I do have the ticker. So just to let y'all know, this is kind of what y'all will see as I'm racing. And hell, we might as well turn some qualifying laps just to see what we can do here. Obviously, I've had no practice. Most everybody is running Watkins Glen endurance race tonight, so the field's kind of light. But that's one of the reasons why I decided, you know what, might as well come and run at Darlington, trying to get a little bit of practice for Sunday
Green flag.
evening for A squared. Obviously, these cars a whole lot different than the Cup cars, but you know, thought I would just give it a shot. I haven't raced in Xfinity or in Ignition in a long time, and I really do miss it. Love these cars. Love this track. This is a really good track. So I figured I would just come out here and race. Y'all can hang out. It's, obviously you won't be able to really see much of the racing, so to speak, but it's okay. We're gonna play it by ear. Again, a lot of ARCS members out there running the endurance race at Watkins Glen, so don't want to take away from them. We had like 5 or 6 teams starting that, and obviously, as you see, I'm very, very, very slow, but that's okay because we're just kind of racing. Went P6.
Checker flag.
How about that? But yeah, this is what y'all are gonna see pretty much all night. Qualified P6. Did run faster than Patrick Allen Jr., so thank goodness that happened. And still 3 cars that have not qualified yet. Obviously, Jonathan Adams, Toby Estes, Bradley Wright. Toby and Bradley both Cup drivers as well as myself, but they are a little bit better than I am. But still turned to 30.6. Had my steering ratio turned up a little bit. Kind of just getting ready for a long run because, again, with only 12 cars and it does look like everybody's here. So it looks like we will have a 12 car field, but with 12 cars, you kind of expect some longer runs. So we'll see how this works out. Again, like I said, you'll be able to hear the drivers talking. You'll be able to hear me talking. Just a little different than what we normally have here on Friday night. So with a lighter field, I figured might as well, see what we have and just try and race in car and see what happens. So we will do that. We got about 3 minutes. Yeah, about 3 minutes left here in qualifying. Then we'll grid up for the race, 75 laps. And we're going to do our best to try and not only commentate this race, but race it and race control it and, stay in between the ditches here. So appreciate y'all coming out. Appreciate y'all watching. Definitely a little different. And if I do wreck out, then no big deal. I'll jump back up into the sky and we'll have a regular broadcast. But I'm going to try and compete here. Like I said, starting 6th. Had no practice whatsoever. Joined in late. Like I said, my team got Kevin Feemster and Cody Pinnell running the Ferrari for our ARCS endurance team at Watkins Glen. We were P13 when I left the session. Cody had an issue in the bus stop, kind of hit the wall. Had to get some damage repaired, so hopefully they're still going and didn't have any other issues. But Kenzie, thank you. I hope I win too, but it's not looking good right now, but we'll see how it goes. This is new for me. I'm in a chat by myself, so I can't hear any of the other drivers. It's just me. And then, obviously after the race is over, we'll talk to the top 3 drivers just like we normally do. But gonna see how we can do here as a driver / broadcaster. I know a lot of people are busy tonight, like I said, with the endurance race and everything. So appreciate everyone that is tuning in. And got about 40 seconds till we grid up. So 75 laps, 30 lap will be after 30 laps will be the end of the first and only stage. And we'll see how this goes. I don't know. This is the first time I've ever done this, so here's to nothing, I guess. Alright, so we'll be gridding up here in just a moment. And got about 1 minute and 52 seconds, so
here we go.
Take a second here. As you can see, you can hear the in-car audio from other drivers. But we're starting 6th out of 12th. Not bad. I'm going to grid up here.
We're on 1 to go.
Got about 40 laps of
Starting
fuel.
on the
We're going to go
outside,
in.
boss.
All right, everyone, just so everyone is aware, the in-race admins will be myself, Toby, and Ryan. So those will be the ones throwing yellows and clearing black.
There you go. So in-race admins are Smeal, myself, and Toby. Toby starting 2nd, Smeal is starting 8th, and I'm starting 6th.
Fish sticks.
We got
Come on back, Ron.
about 40 laps here on fuel. Look, man, I'm trying to broadcast here. Leave me alone.
We have 3 sets of tires.
Just kidding. I don't care. And we having a little fun here.
Yes, sir. Come on back.
Having a little fun here tonight. Again,
I'd
short
like to thank
field.
my sponsors and Jesus Christ, come on back.
Your sponsors are the same as my sponsor.
So we are starting here.
Big NASCAR fan.
Alright, we need to be behind the
75
22.
laps. You're gonna hear my spotter the entire race too. So we're gonna try our best to stay up front. There's a lot going on in my headset, so I'm also got Twitch pulled up in case anybody says anything in the chat.
Shout out to Prophecy Motorsports.
But this is definitely something new for me, so a lot going on. Obviously I have the ticker and the logos.
Ryan, it's a good thing that there's not an actual broadcaster considering
shown.
you and your teammate are running the same exact paint.
Yeah, me and my teammate running the same paint. But yeah, this is
Alright,
different.
just,
But
remember
here
what
we
our
go.
goals
We're
are
gonna
for the
get
day.
ready here.
That's called teamwork.
Hell yeah.
Lap 1 of
Hey, guys, off.
75 here at Darlington. It's gonna be a lot of fun, or it could be awful. I don't know. We'll see. Got the 32 of Dale Markowski on our inside. 45
Ready,
of Patrick Allen Jr.
green flag.
behind us. That's a little worrisome, but we'll hopefully he kind of stays out of the way. But going into 1 here. Oh, the 22's
Inside.
taking it easy on the outside. The 32's taking it easy
Go
on the
inside.
inside, so can't really go anywhere.
Still there.
Let's try and pass the 32 here.
Clear low.
Get into 3 and 4. This 3 and 4 is tough. It's a hard corner to take, especially in these Xfinity cars because they do not have a whole lot of grip. But already lap 2 of 75.
Alright, man, you're sitting in 5th position right now. 5th.
Running 5th, not bad. Considering I'm trying to broadcast, race, and race control at the same time, I'll take it. Got Mark Delia, that's my teammate in front of me. 2 presidential racing schemes. I think we actually are in the same scheme, you just can't tell it. But again, running a little higher steering ratio here. Just trying to save, on some tires on a long run, but also, saving a little bit of fuel. I mean, that's important here. Obviously, we're about 3 seconds back from Toby now in the lead, but those front 3 are really battling. You can see they're only like 3/10 behind each other.
That was your fastest lap of the session. The car in
Yeah,
P1
just
just
figuring
hit
the
the
car
fastest
out right
lap.
now.
30.02.
Didn't really get any practice,
Car 3 has taken the lead.
so I'm just trying to do what I can to keep it up here in 5th. Maybe try and gain on Mark a little bit, but obviously don't want to ruin his race. He's trying to run for points. I'm not, so points not important to me. I'm just out here
That was your fastest lap
having
of the
fun.
session.
So Richie just said I had the fastest lap of the session, but really doesn't mean anything if I can't pass anybody, and now I got into the wall. Oh, you hate to see that. Lack of talent right there. No meatball yet, I don't think. I don't see it, so. Keep driving and see what happens. I just pushed it too hard off 2 there. It is easy to do in these cars. These things are loose, really loose. Austin Montgold closing in on me, behind me. Only 8/10 back from me now. Lap 7 of 75. Still running 6th, not bad.
The car in P1 just hit the fastest lap.
Yeah, P1 just ran a 29.9. That's Toby. He is just in a different fucking zip code with these things. Probably because he's running that 3 car. That 3 car is always fast. Austin Mongold's now running me down. I just not enough practice in this car to really know what to do. It's like Patrick Allen just crashed. Saw that on my iRacing live timing there. This car's just so loose, it's crazy. I really can't do anything with it. Just try and get to the stage break. It's at 30. Do the best I can to make it there. Got 30 laps.
The car
of fuel,
behind you,
so
pitting.
got plenty of fuel to make it to the stage break. But got loose again, coming off 2. Again, these things do not drive like the next gen, and that's pretty much what I've been racing all week here at Darlington, so never good when you go from one car to another without practice. Not what I wanted, but you know, it's where we're at here, and we're still running 6th. I mean, we're 7 seconds off the lead, but still, you know, right there. Almost in the top 5. Toby's just pretty much pulled away. Actually, Jonathan Adams closing in on him, only a 10th from a second back from Toby. I braked way too much there in 1 and 2. I thought it was 3 and 4 and wasn't paying attention, so. Luckily, Austin Mongold got a little loose there, it looked like. 3 and 4 is really tough corner. It's one that I've struggled with on the next gen as well. 1 and 2 is not as bad. You can kind of let it roll into the corner and then, you know, give it gas on the way out. The exit's just really tough, not hitting that wall. Jonathan Adams is falling back to about 3/10 now, as we're gonna almost hit the outside wall. Now we have Austin and
The lead
Tommy
is
Williams
at
behind us.
30.584.
We're holding up the whole field here, but that's okay. We're running our race here. Patrick Allen just crashed again, according to my iRacing live timing. So not only am I broadcasting, racing, and race controlling, and I still somehow beat Patrick Allen Jr. as we're in the wall and into the 60.
Outside.
Oops.
Still outside. You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 1.2.
41.
Still outside.
I am obviously not fast here, but whatever. It is what it is. Doing the best I can. As a 3-person circus here. Patrick Allen has disconnected. There you see it. He said, screw this, I'm out. See y'all next week. So, that's a guaranteed top 11.
Things you hate to see.
Things you really do hate to see there. As 45 of Patrick Allen Jr. has disconnected. He will finish in 12th, so that is a guaranteed top 11 for us here in this 12 car, as the 41 is going to bounce it off the wall there. We won't push it right now, it's too early. Going to 1 and 2, go up against the wall, and kind of cut it back down. Don't hit the wall, because I've done that before and that doesn't work well. Toby right now 6/10 of a second ahead of Jonathan Adams. Riley Wright
Appreciate it, 22.
right behind Jonathan Adams. Is obviously Dale's a little upset with the 22. Thank you, Kinsey. I appreciate that. I am trying my best to race and broadcast at the same time. It's definitely a new challenge for me, and it's kind of fun, actually. I'm not going to lie. So I know it's probably not a lot of fun for people watching because you can't see the leaders, you can't see anybody other than me in this 41 car, but that's okay. We're having some fun here tonight. Oh, touched the wall a little bit, but we're okay.
You're losing on the car in front.
Yeah,
The gap is 1.1.
right now trying to get
the
to
leader
the
just
stage
did a
break.
31.094.
Lap 30, or into lap 30, so we just hit lap 19. Got Jerry LeGrand on the apron here. He's in 11th. He's like maybe a couple laps down, so if we can just stay going, that'll be a guaranteed top 10 for this 12 car tonight. Again, if anybody has ever tried to race and broadcast at the same time, I'll tell you what, it's not easy. I'm trying to focus, but then also trying to talk to y'all at the same time, and it is not easy. I'm also trying to hit my vape and drink my beer at the same time too, so yeah, not an easy task here. But Toby's still your race leader by about 4/10 of a second, almost 5/10 actually. Austin Mongold's closing in on me again. He may repay the favor of when I hit him a little bit. It's accidental, but again, hit the wall, kind of came down and messed up his car a little bit, so hopefully he doesn't take that against us here. But we're doing everything we can to stay in the race. Dale Markowski in 4th right now, Mark Delia in 5th. Coming to lap 22 now, so obviously after lap 30 we'll have a caution for stage break, and I'll actually get stage points. Obviously it won't count because I'm not full-time here in Ignition, but still get some stage points. That'll be nice. Three and 4 is just so difficult. If you go in too deep, you are absolutely gonna hit the wall. There's no way around it. But 1 and 2 is not quite as bad, but if you send it in there a little too deep, it'll get you too. So you gotta kind of be careful. Jerry LeGrand's in 11th, 4 laps down. Patrick Allen in 12th. Obviously out of the race. As we push a little bit in 3 and 4. Again, it's just want to try and take it like 1 and 2, but you just can't. It's just completely different turns. So 1 and 2, you really don't have to use any brake. Kind of can just let the car rotate through the corner. But then in 3 and 4, you really have to get on the brakes. And if you don't, it's...
The leader just did a 31.456.
Leader just did a 31.4. Our last lap was a 31.8, so we're about 4/10 off from the leader right now. Yeah, that lap was a 32.4. It was a whole lot slower, but Jonathan Adams only 2/10 back from Toby right now. Bradley Wright 1.8 back from Toby. Dale Markowski 7.7. So really just a 3-car battle at this point. I mean, it's obviously we knew Toby and Bradley would be very good here. Was hoping I'd be a little more competitive, but not the case so far. But probably because I have 6 other things going on in my head right now. So. See what this thing can do after the stage break when we get some tires. Maybe I can be competitive, but I doubt it. I think Toby and Jonathan Adams Definitely have the fastest cars based off lap times right now. And maybe I'll figure this thing out, but I doubt it. Yeah, Toby's actually only 12.4 seconds behind me. Thank goodness that we're... Jerry LeGrand just crashed again. He's on pit road. Thank goodness that this first stage is almost over, because Toby's only about 12 seconds away from putting me a lap down. So just shows the speed that Toby has in that 3 car. And Jonathan Adams right behind him. Riley's kind of fallen off a little bit, but you know, nothing terrible. Could just be saving at this point. Jerry LeGrand just disconnected. That's a guaranteed top 10 tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This 12 car. Racing, broadcasting, and race controlling all at the same time, while my ARCS endurance team at Watkins Glen continues on without me. So as soon as I get done with this broadcast, I have to jump out of here, jump back into that session, and then jump in a Ferrari and turn some laps in a GT3 car at Watkins Glen. So busy night here for the 12 car of Ryan Pinnell. We're in the number 12 Ferrari over there in Watkins Glen. So as soon as this race is over, I'll jump on the plane and hop over there to Watkins Glen and see what they have going on. Hopefully they hadn't tore that thing up too bad. End of the stage should be coming up here pretty soon. Toby should be coming to
the lead just did a 31.753.
Yeah, leader's actually on 31 right now, so not sure why the caution hasn't come out yet, but hopefully we'll get it here pretty soon, because I'm getting close to going a lap down. You see Toby's already closed on me. Yeah, it's 31. I'm not sure why the caution hasn't come out. I missed the stage.
Caution
there it
out.
is. Alright, so.
Did you hear any static?
First caution of the night.
Up on your radio.
We were a lap late throwing the yellow for the stage.
10-4. The road is closed. We're going to restart behind the 41.
Alright, so we're going to catch the 41. We're going to take a full tank of fuel.
The road's open.
We're not going to take a fast repair. We are going to take tires though, because you got to have tires here at Darlington. This track just destroys this car. And probably going to have some damage, but we'll see. See what we got here.
They could be lining up behind the 22.
So we got it slowed down. Get it down into second gear here. Make sure we stay 45 miles an hour.
Pit boxing 10.
Looks like the 22
5.
stayed out. I'm not sure.
3, 2, 1.
There's our pit
Right here.
forward. We're gonna stop. And I went too far forward. These brakes are awful. Got 49 seconds optional repairs, so we'll sit here and just kind of take those. I mean, obviously we're not super fast anyway, so kind of just get some of these repairs taken care of. Got about 40 laps of fuel. That is almost enough to make it to the end here, actually. Very, 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 very
Go, go, go,
close.
go, 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 go.
We're going to take off here. We don't want to go a lap down.
1 to go. I believe it'll be on the inside.
We're going to go
Get behind
fourth
the
as quick as we
13.
can. And now we may go into saving mode. all we got to do is save 2 laps, and we're there at the end. So. Yeah, Brandon,
I don't think we're gonna go.
I'm pitting the
Not
best
going.
I can, you know,
Not going.
but.
Alright, you're gonna have to come around.
We are going to go ahead and do the choose now. I didn't realize it was already one to green.
I'm trying my best.
So we're choosing this time at the line.
I have so much going on.
Yeah,
I
good
got
call.
Smeal and
The 2 green was way quicker than what I thought it was going to be.
talking to me in my ear. And I tell you what, I may come down here and top this thing off with fuel. No, I don't think I'm going to. It's going to be too close. I'm just going to try and save a little bit, but yeah, I mean, I definitely overshot the pit road. Oh God. Oh, shit.
1 to go.
I don't know.
You're
what
gonna be coming around
team is doing.
the 41. Alright, you're gonna have to come around at 60, come around at 41, come around at 13. You're gonna be coming around at 41.
You're good, y'all just go in front of me. Alright, we're gonna stay back here in the back. It's telling me to pass them for some reason, but I'm not sure really why. But yeah, we're gonna go into full fuel saving here. 40 laps will get you to the finish, and we're sitting at 38.3. So y'all are about to see one of the only things that I am good at, and that is fuel saving. We'll see how this works out. I don't know.
Alright, old boy, clean them things up, give those belts a tug. Get ready to rock and roll
We'll
here.
see. Like I said, we're learning together. I may go a little quiet here.
Ready to
If I
start
do,
off.
I
Ready?
apologize. It's because I'm trying to focus a little bit, save some fuel, and try and maybe make it to the end of this thing. Oh, big check off
Green
the
flag.
side. Green flag's out. We're gonna get into 4th gear pretty much as quick as we can, and then we're kind of just gonna cruise back here. Oh, we got one sideways, 42. That's Jonathan Adams. He saves it somehow. Hell of a save by the 42 of Jonathan Adams. But once again, I didn't say anything about him this week. I cursed him last week, but no commentators cursed this week. That was on his own. As we're just gonna kind of ride back here. We'll probably let Mark go here, probably out of turn 2. Just kind of cruising.
The lead just did a 31.602.
Save a little bit of fuel, you know. I mean, if I can make these 40 laps on this tank, nobody else can. That's a big deal. So we'll see what we can do. We're gonna back off for the 22 and 3 and 4. Toby's still out there leading this thing, and you know, you got to think. Probably a couple other people are kind of thinking my same strategy, but I just don't know if they can make it. I don't even know if I can make it work, to be honest, but I'm gonna give it a shot. It's the only chance I really have of being competitive with no practice and also broadcasting in the background. We'll just probably let Jonathan Adams go here. Next corner. You know, I don't want to fall too far behind, but I mean, I got 35 laps of fuel, and that's obviously not going to make it. But if I can let Jonathan Adams get by me, I can actually save a little bit of fuel here. Oh,
outside.
Lost it. That's perfect.
You're clear.
Let Jonathan go because I got loose, and now I can kind of go into fuel saving mode. And if they wreck, obviously that'll change the strategy. But for now, we're just kind of ride back here. Fuel saving mode. You can see the ticker, you know where everybody's at. We're actually even going to coast a little bit here in 1 and 2. Can't really coast in 3 and 4 just because you have to be on the brakes really hard, which is really difficult when you're coasting. But you can lift early, obviously, so we're going to lift like right here, you know, so you don't have to apply as much brake, and you also are off the throttle a little bit more. But we're already, you know, 6 seconds off the leader. But if they have to pit, we obviously will be able to make that up. So Y'all are kind of just getting an insight into my brain at this point. We only have 30 laps left. We got 34 in the fuel tank, so we're right there at the end. So if this thing stays green, we're actually in really good shape. Just kind of keeping an eye on that fuel tank, and this is what I do. I mean, this is a lot of the ways that I run really good on Sundays when I do get lucky. It's just saving fuel. I mean, it's a big deal. Some people are good at it, some people are bad at it. I've just been lucky to be able to make it work, and it's gotten me some good finishes before. But hey,
the
if
lead
we don't
did a 30.256.
if we don't make it work, we still get a P10. So 11th and 12th are already out. LeGrand and Patrick Allen Jr. Out of the race, so we're gonna get a P10 out of this no matter what. So might as well, just have fun. 32 laps of fuel left. We're coming to 44 of 75. So if, again, like I said, if it stays green, we're in a good spot. So we'll see what happens here. Toby is just completely checked out. I know that for sure. He's definitely not saving. Probably right, 1.3 seconds behind him. And again, I'm 10 seconds back, but pretty much as long as I don't go a lap down, if the leaders pit,
You're losing on the car in front. The
I'll
gap is
still,
2.3.
I'll still gain some spots out there. Obviously, you don't want to lose too much time, because if you do, then you're not going to make up any spots when those cars do pit. So it's a fine line here. You got to save, but also stay somewhat competitive, somewhat fast. But right now we're not really, but this is just for fun tonight. We've all been in that spot where you want to race a race, and I felt like racing, so I thought, well, hell, why not come in here and race and broadcast and race control at the same time? Might as well. Also saving tires by doing this, not pushing it really hard. Only 2.5 seconds off the two cars in front of me as they're side by side coming out of turn 4. But really just no reason to push it right now. And I'm sure you can hear it in the broadcast, but coming into 1, obviously I clutch it, trying to save some fuel. And I'm sure some of the people in front of me are going to figure that out, and they probably already have, that this is going to be a fuel mileage race. So this is kind of why I save early on. That way, if it does go green, I can push at the end and try and maybe catch some of these guys that are half throttle on the straightaway. You notice I'm pretty much full throttle on the front and back straightaway. It's just lifting, coming into 3 and 4 a little early, and then clutching into 1 and 2.
The leader just did a 30.905.
Only 11.2 back from.
You're gaining on the car in front.
Toby
The gap is
in the race
1.1.
So obviously, if he were to pit and I was only 11 seconds back, I would definitely pass him. So we'll see what happens here. As we're coming to lap 50 of 75, so closing in on about 25 to go here. Actually, next lap I think will be 25 to go. Yeah, Brandon, I'm bad in the Xfinity car too, buddy. I mean, you see him. I'm out here running dead last, 10th. Oh, looks like Smeel got in the wall. But it's a lot of fun. I mean, these cars are a lot of fun. They're really loose, hard to drive. Oh, we got one. That was Mark Delia, just one. Probably going to keep it green, I would assume. As we're going to try and battle up here with Smil. I think Smil may be saving a little bit too here. Probably may have caught a little whiff of what I was doing. So we're still going to keep saving. Oh shit,
Outside,
he's in the
clear
wall.
high.
Alright, we're going to get off the clutch there and pass Smil for 8th place. And I think everybody is starting to save a little bit. Obviously Toby's not. Toby is gone. He's 5 seconds ahead of Briley. And 6 seconds ahead of 3rd, Dale Markowski. So Toby's not saving anything. But we're sitting at 23 laps of fuel right now. So we are close. I mean, we are really, really close as we just hit lap 52 with 23. That's going to put us right at the start-finish line running out. So just going to kind of keep running my own race. And again, like I said, I apologize for not being able to see everybody, but just really wanted to race tonight. Hadn't been able to run this series in such a long time. So I just decided that wanted to race tonight, race and broadcast at the same time. So definitely a different outlook. And I'm kind of watching Twitch. I'm watching my car. I'm watching my fuel. So I got a lot going on. Listening obviously to.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 1.4,
which y'all can hear, which is nice. Hopefully nobody says anything stupid on live race comms.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 2.3.
Really, right now it's just the fact of who's saving and who's just absolutely just sending it. Obviously, our tires are wearing out, but not that bad. I mean, we're at 21 laps of fuel left, so at this moment we can make it.
The leader just did up 31.292.
Like 60 of Austin Mongol just came down pit road. So obviously these guys are going to be way faster than me on fresh tires.
The car in front is pitting.
But we'll just have to see. It looks like Jonathan Adams also pitting in. He's in 3rd place. So again, just a different strategy. We'll see how it works. May not work out. May work out for us. We'll see. Definitely, I can save enough to get to the end. It's just don't know what those tires are going to look like. It looks like Tommy Withers also pitted there.
That's nice, man. You worked that track. Find a way around it.
29 this time.
20 to go here, so
31 this time.
I think everybody's pitting, so we're going to stay out and just
13 this time.
Leader pit road.
I mean, might as well. No reason for us to not,
inside.
Just give it a shot and see.
Quarter inside.
What the hell happens. Obviously, fresh tires are
Still inside.
way faster.
Clear.
But we got 19 laps of fuel and
Car
19 laps to
32
go.
has taken the lead. The
We'll
car
see
behind you
what
is
happens
pitting.
here.
Attaboy. Go get him, man.
I know I can make it on fuel. I don't know. The tire fall off is gonna really that kind of worries me. But hell, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting, if anything. So I'm about 7 seconds off from Dale Markowski, who is
Nice, man. Be
currently
real
the race
smooth.
leader.
Give us some feedback on the front straightaway when you can.
We got about 18 to go. Toby's a lap down from the race leader, so obviously they're going to be way faster than me. But I got 17 and a half of fuel with 18 to go, so we're coming to 17 to go here. We're just going to have to see what happens. I mean, it's either the right call or the wrong call, I mean, no in between there, so. Dale Markowski's still out there as the race leader. We're about 6.3 seconds off from Dale. Looks like he is definitely maybe saving a little bit as, again, we're going to be right there on fuel. I mean, just the fact is these tires are going to be a lot fresher. Jonathan Adams in 4th is already catching me, but again, he's got to pass me a whole track. Toby's in a better spot in front of me you know, still has to go a whole lap though.
The car in P4
catch me.
just hit the fastest lap.
But
29.
they are definitely turning some really fast laps right now. Austin Mongol just crashed. We're gonna let Jonathan Adams go.
Door
here.
quarter clear.
Austin Mongol just disconnected, so that's a guaranteed P9. So we're getting better here. We are getting better. We are closing in a little bit on
The lead
Dale,
just did a 32.103.
Again, it's you know, if we get a late caution, this will be huge. If we get a caution right now, I mean, it would be, there'd only be 3 cars on the lead lap, but Toby, you know, now only 25 seconds back from me. He's definitely going to make that time up by the end of this race. I think. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, he could have just taken fuel, to be honest, and if that's the case, then we're actually in a good spot because we have the same wear on our tires. I'm still just saving, you know, coming into 1 and 2. Got Withers on my right behind me.
Inside,
Let him
inside.
go on the inside. He's still got to go
All clear.
a whole lap around me. Same with Briley. So really no reason to push these drivers here, as we're just kind of trying to hang on here at this point and not let Toby get to us. Briley's going to come to the inside.
We're going to
so
bottom
let him
inside.
go, clutch it, let him
Clear.
go. Just any chance you can to get to save fuel. I mean, it's, you know, Toby's still 27 seconds back from race leader, so he's about 21 seconds back from us. And we only have 13 to go, so if I can, I mean, that's a long way, and he is catching us, but nothing that really worries me at this point. I mean, he's catching us about 2 seconds a lap, so that would mean he would be, you know, pretty much on our back bumper with pretty much 1 to go. So again, it's going to be close. I don't know what Dale can do as far as fuel. Obviously, it seems like he may be on my strategy trying to save, but Toby is now, you know, 20 seconds back from me, 19 seconds back, and we only have 10 to go, so 11 to go, I'm sorry. We're gonna clutch into 1 and 2 one more time. We have 10.5 laps of fuel, and we're coming to 10 to go, so we're good on fuel. Still gonna keep clutching it into 1 and 2. Toby's, you know, still about 18 seconds behind us.
10 to go.
Obviously, when he gets, you know, within probably 8 or 9 seconds of us, that's when we'll really try and push this thing and kind of forget about fuel. But it's really hard to do because, I mean, we're at 9.4 right here and we're coming to 9 to go, so it's going to be really close. We're going to probably have to back off a little bit, which is unfortunate, but, you know, like I said, trying something different.
The leader just did a 32.957.
And the leader just did a 32.9. I just did a 31.8. So right now it's not about Dale, it's more about Toby. He's 15 seconds behind me, but with only 9 to go, I mean, I think I can stay in front of him. It's just the fact of, you know, am I going to run out of fuel, and is he going to catch me, because he is obviously able to push way harder than I can right now at this stage of the race. Oh, got into the wall a little bit there. I was hitting my vape because the clutch sent me a little too far. But we're about 13 seconds back to Toby now. Again, I'm not going to really worry until he's like 5 seconds behind me. That's when I'm going to, you know, really start pushing this thing, as we're coming to 7 to go here this time. And I have exactly 7 laps of fuel, so we are right there. Again, you see in the relative, Toby's about 11 seconds behind me. He's gaining on me, obviously, a lot, but I just don't know with 7 to go, that 10 seconds is a long, long way. You know, if we can just keep this thing going in the right direction, I think we'll be okay. We might get a podium finish out of this thing, but I don't know who's going to interview me.
The gap is 9.7.
We'll figure that out if I can get that far. But even if Toby does pass me, you know, Jonathan Adams is another 4 or 5 seconds back from Toby, so I think we're sitting in a pretty good spot right here. Just got to let this strategy play out. And, you know, again, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We were back markers at best to start this thing, so
Nice and smooth. We're going to be taking here in about 5.
just to show you, strategy
5 to go.
really does. I mean, it pays off sometimes for you. I mean, we got, again, about 5 to go, and Toby's only about 8.3 behind me. So, you know, if he gains a second a lap, which is about what he's doing, he'll be about 2 or 3 seconds behind me. Obviously, I know he's pushing it really hard, and I'm still saving. Dale looks like he's not saving anymore, which is kind of concerning because 4 to go and I have 4 laps of fuel, so that's going to be really close for Dale, I think. And I tell you what, if I get a win out of this race / broadcast, I may do a backflip in my sim chair here. I mean, even a second is just solid finish for the 12 car after no practice and just being obviously very slow.
The lead is just did
strategy works sometimes, Antonio.
32.427.
We only got 3 to go here, and Toby's still 7 seconds back. So I really don't have to worry unless he's gaining 2 seconds a lap. He's not going to catch me. And I got 2.5 right now, so it's close. It's going to be one of those where I'm going to probably potentially run out at the start-finish line. Now, the real question is just, you know, does Dale have enough?
2 more laps.
And if he does, you know,
Keep
shout
it
out
going.
to Dale.
Go one more.
Just a hell of a race by Dale to be able to save that much if he can make it. I still don't know. I mean, I'm going to run out probably coming out of turn 4. But hell, I mean, to get a second, I would be thrilled with that. So Toby's 5.2 behind me, as we're now getting the white flag. So we'll see what Dale's got, and we got one lap exactly. So we're gonna, we're definitely gonna clutch it here, probably halfway through the turn, and we're gonna probably run out in 3 and 4. Yeah, we're very close. I think Dale may be out. I don't know. I don't think Dale's out. Dale got it. What a win. What a absolute win by Dale.
3.5.
I think he is out of fuel now, and so am I. Awesome win by Dale. Just strategy worked out for us tonight, and holy shit, finished second.
Good job, everybody. Way to work your ass off. Earl, good job up there. Thank you. Good job, boss man.
I'll be damned.
Dale Markowski on a strategy call.
Dale wins it, runs definitely is out of fuel.
Good run, fellas.
But we get a
Top
P2.
3 to the line for picture, please.
We get a P2 out of the race / broadcast. I will be able to take a picture here, but then I won't be able to do anything after that because this thing is out of fuel. Completely out of fuel. But we'll line it up and get a picture real quick, and then we'll be back with our top 3 interviews. So there it is, P2. Unbelievable. Out of fuel. Got nothing left in the tank. But hell, we'll take it. Can't believe that we brought it home P2 inside the race car. That's a hell of a ask, honestly, from a broadcaster that's running a race. So I'm pretty happy with that. So we'll get our top 3 interviews here. Obviously, I'm out of fuel, so I got to tow. There you see the 12 car P2. I'll take it all day long. So we will. Let me get back to my stuff, and appreciate y'all on the kind words.
You good?
It was not easy for sure, but
Yeah, you're good.
we will.
Top 3. Well, Ryan's already there, but head to the or first and third. Go to the broadcast.
We'll be sorry,
waiting booth.
Still talking. We will be right back here with our top 3 interviews here in just a moment. One. Back here with our top 3 interviews. We're going to start with our 3rd place finisher, Toby Estes. You got a copy, bud?
Yes, sir. What's going on, Ryan Pinell?
Man, I tell you what, I was not fast. Shouldn't have finished second, but I did. You were the fastest car for sure, but he still came home P3. Tell us about your race and what you thought about old lady in black tonight.
Yeah, the old lady in black felt good. Definitely had short run speed, and I would say medium long run. Didn't have the long run car that I'd hoped for, but that's why I pitted, trying to take advantage of my short to medium run car and hoping to track you guys down, but I don't know what you guys did, but you saved enough fuel and enough tire to, come P1 and P2. So hats off to y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you definitely had the fastest car all night. I mean, I was broadcasting at, the same time I was racing, which I tell y'all, that's shit's not fucking easy. So that was a first for me, but I enjoyed it. But yeah, I kept watching. You would be in first, and second would be like 5 seconds behind you, and I'm like, oh my god, I got to do something different, or I'm gonna finish in ninth, and I did, and it worked out. But I mean, floor's all yours. You got any family, friends you want to shout out, or any sponsors? Go right ahead.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to everybody that puts the Xfinity races on for us, guy. The Ignition Series is how drivers, make a name for themselves for A squared. I mean, so didn't have too heavy a field tonight, but, hey, caution free and one hell of a race. Shout out to the Bluegrass Bandits and Ryan for you for somehow not only racing but broadcasting at the same time. So
Yeah.
that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Well, thank you, buddy. And I think now we're going to throw it over to you. I'm going to give you the mic, and you're going to interview me since I finished second.
Yeah, let me get my broadcast buddy over here. Well, Ryan, here we go. Darlington, you've caught some Darlington stripes tonight for sure. Not only, I wouldn't say you were the fastest car tonight, but you were able to save tires and save fuel. So, how the fuck did you do that? Come on in one time and bring it on back and tell me how excited you are for that P2 finish here at Darlington.
I tell you what, I am very, very excited. I definitely knew I was not fast. Didn't have any practice. Was helping my team that's running the endurance race at Watkins Glen. So I literally joined like last second and saw that there was only like 11 cars, and I was like, well, shit, I'll just jump in and race and broadcast at the same time. And I knew that, obviously with no practice, and I knew I didn't have speed, so I knew exactly what a fuel run was, and I knew how much I could push it. Um, so when that first stage came out, and then we got back going green, I was like, oh yeah, I know I can make this and not lose, not lose too much time to where I'm losing positions. So that's exactly what I did, and I'm assuming that's what Dale did as well. I knew that somebody else would probably pick up on that strategy. I mean, I ran it out crossing the line, crossing the finish line. I was out of fuel, so I was trying to kind of keep that in between of like saving, and also I was trying to not let you catch me as well, because I saw, obviously you were catching me pretty quick, but I knew with the laps that we had, it just I didn't think unless I made a mistake that you'd be able to catch me, and then of course I was just hoping Dale ran out, but he saved a little bit more than I did, and I was kind of further back off the start just because I had other stuff going on, so I wasn't paying attention. But man, I tell you what, it's the first time I've ever done a in race broadcast, and man, if I finish second every time I do it, I may have to do it a little more often.
Oh yeah, and Darlington, of course, being your hometown track. I mean, P2. I mean, that's got to be phenomenal. Some people would say that you're slow as molasses at some of these tracks, but good thing the 27th wasn't here tonight to absolutely screw up your, what you had planned for tonight. So, hey, Ryan, hey, good P2 finish. Well, buddy, is there anybody you want to shout out? Obviously, you've got a lot of teammates here, and you're big. You're big into all of these series, but yeah, anybody you want to shout out? Yeah, you know what? Go ahead there, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, just shout out to everybody in ARCS. I mean, y'all are all, friends and family, everybody that watches and everybody that comes out and races. It's really fun to be able to compete out here and, to come home second. It's, again, like I said, I mean, even in Ignition, it's still, we had 3 cup drivers out here tonight running with us, and, to still come home second, that's a big deal. Definitely use strategy, but sometimes these races come down to strategy. So shout out to everybody in ARCS. I really do appreciate everybody in ARCS. It wouldn't be possible without y'all. So I'm just the circus clown at the top of the barrel, trying to keep everything in between, keep everything in between the elephants. So yeah, a hell of a race, and I loved it, man. I can't wait to do it again pretty soon.
Well, Ryan, I'm going to pass it off to you to interview our race winner, and I do believe we have a first-time ARCS winner. I think this is his first win, so take it away, Ryan.
I think it is old Dale. You got a copy, bud?
10-4.
Man, hell of a race, buddy. Look, man, I was closing in on you, and I'd save, and I'd close in on you, and I'd save, and I just didn't quite have enough. You were able to obviously save a little more than me, and had that better positioning after the stage. But man, hell of a win. Good job. Strategy races. A lot of people don't like them. I love them. and I'm sure you feel the same way. Tell us about your win and what you did to save those tires, save the fuel to get there and cross that checker flag before everybody else.
Yeah, that was crazy. I knew I had to restart. I kind of did the same thing you did there under caution. I was kind of just trying to keep it in low RPM the entire time. So I saw we'd probably have to save about 2 or 3 laps of fuel right there, and then on the restart, I really had to kind of go and probably push the limits a little bit just to get track position on there. And then once I realized everyone was starting to pit, that's when I backed it off. And I got to be honest, I was looking back at the interval to you, and I had a number in my head of where I wanted it at. I was trying to keep you around 5 seconds behind me just in case I ran out coming to the line. So it was a lot of scrolling through my black box, going through here, and looking back at the time interval. But it was a blast. I know I wasn't the fastest. I felt like I had about a fifth place car potentially. I know I was having fun in the long run. I didn't have jack shit for Toby on the short run, but all in all, it was still, just a blast. And I just, first ARCS win, a lot of fun. I really appreciate everything that you and the ARCS admin do. I got to give a shout out to James Kerr for letting me race for Black Acid Racing. And also, I got to give a shout out to Matthew Kent for introducing me to ARCS. I've been racing with him since back in Heat 5. And he once I got on to iRacing, he worked me over for about a good 4 months to get iRacing, and I finally did, and I've had nothing but a blast since I joined this league.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. I agree, and well, congrats to you. I mean, again, it's strategy races. They happen every now and then, and that's exactly what tonight ended up being. And yeah, I mean, I was trying my best. I would see I would close on you, and then I would be short on fuel, and I'd have to save, and I just didn't quite have enough in the tank there to catch you. So hell of a win. Congrats on your first ever ARCS win. I'm telling you, man, those things are hard to come by nowadays with all the talent that we have in this series. Not only the Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, it doesn't matter when you race. It is damn near impossible to win at these in these ARCS events. So hell of a job to you. Again, I know you kind of already did your shout outs, but any friends, family, sponsors you want to shout out, the floor is all yours.
I got to give a shout out to my hot ass girlfriend Erica, who's put up with a lot of my shit over the last several weeks, and often times will deal with me racing when I probably should be paying attention to her. So I definitely got to give her a shout out for that, for putting up with all my bullshit. But at the end of the day, too, I got to say it again, like I've had nothing but a great time while racing here, and it was a strategy win. I'll know that. I'm not going to pretend it was on speed, but at the same time, a win's a win. I'll gladly take it any day of the week.
Absolutely. A win is always a win, no matter how you get it, especially in ARC. So congrats to you, buddy. Congrats, Toby. You come home P3. Somehow, by the grace of God himself, your in-race broadcaster came home P2. Don't know if I could do that again if I fucking tried a million times, but hey, I'll fucking take it. So
Hey, Ryan, I got a question for you, though.
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, Darlington being the track it is, no matter who's on the track, even the Ignition Series, pretty competitive. I mean, with Dale winning this race tonight, does that kind of, throw in some options coming up after the next 12 races are up?
Yeah, well, I think Dale's already part-time on a cup team. I could be wrong about that, but
I am. I am.
yeah,
I have 2 races this current 12 with Black
there you
Acid
go.
Racing.
So with
He's ready.
a win, I mean he's like, hey, who wants to draft me?
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know.
Hey,
I'm looking forward to my 2 starts. I'm not gonna lie. I thought about doing Sunday. I'm on the fence about that, but I have a couple of races picked out that I'm going back and forth on. So, but I'm definitely looking forward to probably getting my ass kicked in A square for the first couple of races.
it is very competitive over there. We got usually 25 to 28 people that show up every week, and it is very competitive, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. I mean, it's everybody in there races each other with respect for the most part, and that's really means more to me than anything. I mean, you could have 15 fast race car drivers, but if they drive each other like dumbasses, it ain't worth what they are. And that, I feel like, is something that ARCS is really kind of built around, is not only having fast drivers but having respectful drivers, and that's definitely what most of our series are, especially A squared, just because there's so much on the line. But yeah, man, I can't wait to see you out there as a part-time role, and now maybe James Kerr will be like, oh shit, man, he won an Xfinity, or he won an Ignition. I may have to put him full time after these next 12
I don't know.
races.
I hope James Kerr don't pick up on that.
Yeah, somebody else may pick up on it. I mean, I ran behind him tonight in second, so who knows? There may be an opening in presidential racing. You never know.
No.
I appreciate it, y'all, but I got to give first dibs to James on that one. He's the one that's giving me a hard time at A squared, and
Fair enough.
what is it?
Fair enough.
He's been nothing but good to me so far, and I'm happy to get Black Ass Racing. I think it's the first Xfinity win, or sorry, Ignition win this
Yeah.
season. So I'm happy to do James well in that role.
Absolutely. Well, go celebrate, buddy. I know, man. I mean, even me, I haven't won in a long time, but even on our Monday and Tuesday nights where it's about like this. I mean, 12 car field, and um, still, just to get a win, it makes you really happy. I know it does for me. I mean, we put a lot of work into this, and a lot of practice, and to get a win, it's something special. So go celebrate with your family. Go celebrate with your girlfriend. Just tell her you just won a damn ARCS race, and I guarantee you'll have a good night.
Yeah,
Here's
your
my first.
hot ass girlfriend.
I'll have fun sometime.
She is probably my first call after this, and I'm already almost finished with my first victory beer. So I'm sure there's several more to follow.
Hell yeah. Well, hang out with us. We probably hang around. We'll have some fun. I'm about to jump into a Ferrari at Watkins Glen, which sounds like an awful idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. But I finished second at Darlington. I should be able to run some laps, around Watkins Glen. But I appreciate y'all coming out. Hell of a race, and hell of a finish. And I'm gonna move y'all down to the waiting room. We'll get this thing wrapped up, and hopefully I'll talk to y'all later tonight.
You have a good one, Ryan.
See you, Dale. All right, that was our top 3 interviews, including myself. Somehow finishing P2. That was a hell of a race. Again, apologize. I know you didn't really get to see a whole lot of action out there, but that was really fun for me. So thank you all for tuning in. We will be back to regular broadcasting next Friday night. That'll be at Nashville, I believe. And then we go to Chicago Street Course potentially in 2 weeks, which is just an awful track. But anyway, I got to get off here and go jump in this Ferrari in Watkins Glen and turn some laps and see if I can't tear this thing up a little bit more. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Again, we would be nothing without y'all. So thank y'all. And until the next time we see y'all, stay on that loud pedal.